Morning technophobes. I was thinking, I know, look, so is Storm, so thank lucky for us, our weather's always been changeable. Anyway, right, what, I don't know. I was thinking about, what was I thinking about the other day? Well, I'll tell you what I was thinking about. Let's go around the long stretching route. I saw in the garden they were suggesting, first of all, I can't remember, like incentives for green gardening, green space, blah blah, because of different reasons, environmental, blah blah, and how patio spaces can contribute to global warming because there's nothing to absorb the heat, and flash flooding because the groundwater can't, go anywhere basically. There's no blah. I put some steps in here, just to block off a bit of space. That's one of the things, and I've planted in that. I'm going around the houses as I always do. I've put some carrot seeds in that diamond space. So I started on this path again because it doesn't drain properly. I've put little sumps in each end, so I've dug a ditch basically this end and done sand and stones in it, and at the other end. Now I probably should have done the whole path like this, but do you know what? I'm doing it as I do it. I'm just picking up the stones as I walk around, so it's not finished. But I've still got to do this one. I started pulling up the concrete the other day. Why did I do that? Because the concrete had been put down really badly in the first place. It was just dumped down by a builder who was doing the work on the house next door, and it just made me laugh when I was pulling it up because it was all crumbling. It hadn't been mixed properly anyway. Still sand in it. But I did out the front the same thing because this is partly because the water collects on this path when it rains. Anyway, I put this path down myself. So it's partly my fault. There was nothing there before. I wasn't thinking about the other things. So hopefully the water, what's under it? Well, I've dug down, out the front, I've dug down, how far? How far did I dig down, Warren? 8 inches at least, maybe 10. I don't know, maybe not 10. I put some lumps, I was up at the bottom. Gravel, I think, sand, lumps of sort of concrete, what's it called? Hardcore, I suppose. And then I've just collected the stones. I need another level, really. I wasn't just, I thought anybody passed would think I was digging a trench to stop the bins being pulled back into the garden. I felt like that when I was doing it, and I was laughing my head off. So there, basically, I've done that yesterday. I'm pretty pleased. But it's just another idea for anybody who's putting in. We do it anyway. Well, gardening, when you're putting down a path, think about that maybe. That's it, to be honest. So this space is still, collecting. What's it called? I don't know. I just want to show you that. I'm pleased with myself, look. I did it. I did it by myself. I need to collect some more stones with shingle. Okay. And then I trod it down. I'm thinking about taking the whole back path up and doing it properly over time. That's part of the fun of doing it my way. Hey, I found some great. Do you know what them? It's an adder's egg. They're called. Well, that's just what they're called. Like a holy stone, isn't it? All the way through. I think it's a tooth. Is it? I always say this. It looks like a tooth. I think it's a tooth, actually. Look, I think it's a tooth. A fossilised tooth. Take it in. It's too precious. Take it in, it's too precious. I felt like putting it down there though. I was finding all sorts of things in the back path. Well, I'll leave it there for, these other things. I call them octopus teeth. Put it back. I'll put it back later on. I have a good feel of it first. Steam collection. There's something else as well in the path that I put in. You know me. What they called? What they called? Hang on, what's that? I can't find it. Loads of things though. I love stones so much. Look, there's a piece of tiger's eye, I think, down here. So much of it, I'll just chuck it in the path. That's for protection, tiger's eye, partly. But protecting against, you know, bigger things than you need to worry about. I just want to show you them things. I forgot what they're called. There's a fossil, them round things that are pointed on the end. It's a bit like that, but I call them octopus teeth. I can't find it. Did I just say I'm going to do another? Well, this end I'm going to put a big, what should we call it, a sump at this end, because the water tends to go under this gate if I sluice down the alley. So that will give it a run hole partly, won't it? And thinking of flash flooding, it'll be another sort of run hole. It will just collect in there. Well, I don't know, I suppose, but wash out all my stones. Well, if there's a flash flood down the hill, well, I've thought about that before. I didn't think you could talk about it. We'll slow it down. First of all, hopefully any large things won't come under the gate. I was thinking about it again last night because of the wire on it that was put there to stop dogs getting under and cats, because my dog got under it once, Dolly. So that's going to stop any large logs coming underneath. It depends how deep it is, I suppose. Bodies washing over the top. This would slow it down again. You don't want to stop it, do you? Because it affects other bits down the road, and the force. It depends how much there is, I suppose. The force breaks things open. I don't really know. So you just want to slow it down, don't you? And give it a chance to seep away. So, and then I was thinking what I'd do. How much rain am I expecting? Well, I don't know. It's probably put that green bit along here. I'll tell you what else I'm thinking of doing is down this path, just to bank it up a bit properly, because that doesn't work that well. If at all, is putting some planks down up the side to bank up the growing bit. So there. Why do I have to tie these scarves around my head when I'm sleeping? It's kind of a bit like an acupressure thing, to be honest. Just put the knots in certain places. And then you can put different things underneath. To be honest, it holds around the back of my head was one thing. That's basically it. I'm just going to say it's like an acupressure thing. How are the seeds coming along? You want one more look? Oh, I'll tell you what, this is nice for me anyway. There's flowers on the strawberry plants. On a few of them I noticed yesterday. This one had little flowers on it. I've been putting that I've been doing that banana thing about the banana water, which is supposed to have potassium in it for things like tomatoes and roses. So I've just been sprinkling it all over, to be honest, just round the edges. And I was wondering, I was out last night, I put it around the strawberries, because the ones that had it seemed to be flowering. I think that's just coincidence. I'm continuing with it. But also, when I was out last night poking around, there was this little snail eating the banana. So I thought, well, do you know what? If they're going to be eating the banana, they may be attracted to that rather than... I still covered up the plants. They'll eat that rather than the plants straight away. Well, you know. So I've put it all around the edge of this one. A bit like a barrier, but a bit like a release thing into the ground. I don't know. We'll see. Oh god, there's loads of snails on this bush. I'm wondering if it's an apricot maybe, or peach. Because they're forming, aren't they? Hundreds of snails on it there. Pull them off and throw them on the ground. They're after my damn peaches. What's that blackbird? I saw the wren yesterday, just a single wren. I don't think they're breeding. Maybe that's the thing. They're expecting all this changeable weather. They're not going to force any more chicks out yet. They're going to wait until we might have a second spring, mightn't we? Later in the season. I don't know. And I'll tell you what else I found when I was digging that ditch in the front garden. This massive, I can't remember what sort of bug it's called. And I just go, who the hell are you? It made me jump. It was bright red, like an underground thing. I'm sure I've seen something like it before. And it was sort of long and, because I thought it was a spider to start with, a long spider, but it wasn't. Its legs weren't anything like it. It's like, I can't remember what they're called. A bit like an Ickerman wasp, but a bug version. You call them Ickerman bugs. Little bastards. A potato weevil. I don't know. And there was some sort of larva under there as well. Larval form. Oh, look at the dart. I love snails so much, but I hate them at the same time. That's why I need the blackbird. There's a nest clearly hatched. What am I throwing them on the ground for? Well, they won't eat carrots, will they yet? You'd be surprised, they'll be after the seeds. Well, I'll put sand in the ground too. That won't put them off. I need to what? Can't eat them all anyway. I need to throw them on the roof to attract it in. Pop one in the what? In the wren's nest, so it can find it itself. I'm not interfering with the wren's nest. Last time you know what happened. I broke my ankle. So that's 2 for you. 3 for you. Just as a a reminder, there's still food on the ground. That needs your attention. And I was thinking, as I was saying about that incentive thing, what the incentives were, or the suggestion, or the what's it called? The implications of the suggestion in the Guardian were reductions on council tax and water rates for green gardening, I suppose, up to whatever percentage it was of the garden space. And so I was saying it's all about people in flats. Well, I suppose they could do their balconies, but also, I mean, there's gardening projects on there. Most flats have like communal garden spaces anyway. I don't know, sign up to things like riverside groups, clearance of hogways, or whatever it's called, anything like that, surely. Community parks and gardens people who work for the council. I don't know if they get reductions anyway. Farmers. Allotments, as long as, you know, they're growing, I don't know, anything like that, I suppose. Those sort of things. So many hours or whatever of hard grafting in the sun or rain. Well, it was also called the all-weather gym, isn't it, the garden? It's like you're out there all weather and you're always having to think about it. So it's like all, you know, you have to exercise everything. Your mind and your body and your spirit. It's the all-weather gym. What am I doing anyway? What am I doing? I think that's it, isn't it? What was I doing? I'm going to show you something. What's my coffee? Oh yeah, I did the dog last night. I had frontline in. That was the last one. She had fleas. I actually saw, you're only supposed to do if you see fleas on them, aren't you? But she was still scratching last night. I put it between her shoulders. And then because she was still scratching in bed and looking at the fridge, I got some lemon zest, which I happen to have a lemon in there. I chopped it up in boiling water and made like a lemon oil thing with a bit of salt and just rubbed it over her legs and the rest of her body, thinking firstly it might make the fleas run into the bit between her shoulders, and she seemed to have stopped scratching, so that's one good thing. But I'm thinking if there's going to be another heat wave, there's going to be fleas bouncing all over the place, isn't there? Oh, God's sake. It's never ending. It's a never ending. That's one of the only reasons I did put. How long has that lasted me, that flea thing? Well, probably close to a year. No, maybe not that long. I don't put it on every. It loses effectiveness, doesn't it? I just use it in an emergency. So. But it is supposed to. Just say it. It is supposed to kill the fleas in the area as well, isn't it? Frontline. Well, it was anyway. And it was not just on the dog. How the hell she got fleas? She's not been anywhere. We've not been out. We've not left the garden for months. She got fleas from. My neighbour came past yesterday with her dog, so I apologised. I said, well, the dog's got fleas in case they jumped across. And we were saying, well, I don't even know if this is true. I was thinking afterwards, but fleas come from cats, don't they? Well, I was bitten as well, so they're cat fleas, aren't they? Because the fleas last year didn't bite me. Hedgehogs. Oh, well. Do you know what? I'll live with the fleas then. But they carry them around, cats, don't they, often, from roaming around. Somebody put Pat Shoy. That'll cheer us all up. Ta-da! It's not better than the kale. Put the kale in the ground. Maybe I should do that. I should do that later on. I think the spring onions are starting to shoot as well. I put a line in here. A small line just to try. What's that? And I was wondering as well if that's why some of the seeds are taking long to come through. That's got nothing to do with it because of the weather. They can read the news, can't they? They can read the weather news. Well, I'm not coming out yet. We're growing slowly. We're taking our time. I know proper old country people and gardeners can read the leaves and they know exactly what's going to happen with the weather. What happened with that old, not St Swithian's Day, the other one, where it said the winter was going to be lasting for longer because she was out collecting sticks or whatever. There's sort of a partial amount of evidence to what something. I should be planting more dandelions out the front probably, as well as what. I dug the earth for the carrots deep with a spade, chopped off probably a couple of worms. I hate doing that. I wonder if that's why I didn't grow last time. But we'll see. I don't have much luck with carrots, but I just put them there. I'll tell you partly why, because I chucked the pot water over. I've been chucking it on the parsnips. Take the tops off them again. They're shooting. That's because they're old. Let them shoot. Cut them down. Cut them down. They can shoot later on. Put them up and put something else there. Could do. Cut them down. I don't know what to do. I kind of like them there, to be honest. They're fun. They're a fun thing to have around. They're the size of a giant turnip. I'll tell you what else yesterday. I opened the chicken, it was humming a bit. And it's like, oh god, typical. So I washed it off. And it smelled okay. And I put 2 bits straight in the freezer. And then made a casserole out of the other piece with loads of spices and things in it. Chili, anything that might kill off the hum of and it was fine. It smelled okay after I washed it. We used to wash chicken anyway before we cooked it. But for that reason. I don't know, it was just habit, isn't it? And I don't seem to have been ill, which is good. This time, which is good also. Partly, I was thinking, you know what, when I bought it, I don't know, maybe it's good I did it that way, to be honest. I should have separated it and put it in the freezer as soon as I got home, but I just didn't get around to doing it. Separate it. Why do you separate it? Because when you want to just take one piece out of the freezer, it's not all stuck together. And the same with the sausages. I need to do that today as well, actually. Otherwise, you have to take the whole lot out at once, and then you're in the same situation of freezing and refreezing and defrosting, blah blah blah. So. This is why the garden thanks me so much. I try not to be too wasteful. La 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 la. Right. That's it, to be honest. There's nothing much happening in the seed pots. No, at the moment. But delphinium, I've got 1 delphinium come up, maybe 2. I've started to put, I need some more, I'll say there's some more compost. It looks like Nicotiana's trying. I really hope that grows. Stop fiddling with it. Can't. Avocados. I've started to put some of those in pots. I can't remember if I said. I'll just put them outside. It'll be fun for somebody to see. We had so much trouble trying to get avocados to grow for years, and now they just seem to grow. I've learnt their ways. Where's the avocado? Oh, I tell you what I did do as well yesterday before I actually got on the sensible job of digging the trench to stop the bins getting back into my garden. Fishy. I'd have extra growing space when I have to dump those. I have to work around the dumb bins. You like to see what I'm throwing away? Well, I suppose. Look, I did put little rings in the oak tree. I thought it made me laugh. I thought it'd be little hoops for the birds to jump through. I can train them like dolphins. Well, not really, but it's just like just an idyllic whimsy, to be honest. I did snap off one of the sets of leaves. I don't know where it went. I didn't mean to do it then. The oak tree god's going to be furious with me. That's probably why the weather's broken. Probably. There's always someone to blame, isn't there? Hey, I've just seen something else. Another rose is coming out. Let's look at that. It's not been put off by the solar storms. He wants to welcome me. Look, a little white rose coming. I know it's being eaten by something. Not too worried about that. Everything needs to eat, you know. There'll be a place in the earth for it. That red bug will come along and do something. I wonder what that eats. Sewage? Right. I'm going to sit and drink my coffee in the outside while it's not raining. I'll talk to you all later on. I found. Oh yeah, the spider came off the. Don't tell anyone. It'll spoil the fun when they come round. The spider fell off the plug. This is the Halloween spider I put on just to amuse my son who hates spiders at Halloween. He is 21, so he can cope with this sort of fun. So I decided to hang it there. Maybe that's why I found that big bug in the garden yesterday. He's fun, isn't he? Maybe that's why the wren's not come before. This is a birdie at the spider. That'll do, won't it? For now.